Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honor to the elders of GMS. Also, salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. In a quick lesson, at least I'm going to try to make it quick. Had this video, with this chick, Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a, basketball player. He plays for the Dallas Mavericks. All right. And he's dating this chick, Megan Thee Stallion now. Right? And I can say, hey, this bitch is classless and drunk, man. In this video. And it's why you gotta stay away from the nigga woman. All right. You would think she would have some kind of decorum with a guy that has some kind of status in E's world, But hey, what do you expect from a chick that will make a song called WAP, right? And WAP stands for wet ass pussy, all right? What more else do you expect, right? And that's why it's important to have man in your life, right? In the ancient world, the man helped their sons, with women, or talk to their sons about women or what kind of women not to deal with. I say this, this dude Klay Thompson too, right? He comes from a decent background. He don't come from like a niggerish background. Father in his life, mother in his life, And just about to look at him, you can tell, he comes from like a middle class family, So I don't know how he ended up with this goddamn hood booger, this stain on a white t-shirt. I don't know how he ended up with that. But he couldn't have been listening to his father. But hold on, let's grab this though. Like I was saying, that's why it's important to, listen to elders, see what they got to say. Even before I came into this truth, I would say this, even the guys on the block, they had, some kind of wisdom to share. They might have been niggas, but they would try to, they'll give you a fucking word or two. Don't do this, don't do that, And it might not have been exactly the best fucking advice, but some of it was good. Sirach 16:23, my son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. You see? So you being taught, you got to apply your mind. You got to take in the understanding, whatever your father is giving, is teaching you, thou shalt be prudent. Another word for prudent is wise. And if thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thy ear, thou shalt be wise. Which means what? You really paying attention, right? To what your parents, all right, or whatever kind of father figure that you have. Stand in the multitude of elders, cleave unto him that is wise. You see? That way, what? You won't go off. You won't make mistakes like that. Be willing to hear every godly discourse. Let not the parables of understanding escape thee. So he must then listen to his father, man. All right, whatever his father taught him, he let it go one ear and out the other ear. As thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, let thou foot wear the steps of the door. Right. So let's go to this video. Right. Pull that out. It's to show you gotta listen. You gotta apply to understanding. Even if you got money like this, that's even more when you should, apply wisdom, because you can't be unwise with money, right? If you got some kind of substance, then the scripture speaks about, not having harlots around your substance, and this is a harlot with the WAP. All right, so let's play this Listen to look at this shit. Look at him. He just nodding his head, light skinned dude. That's Klay Thompson. Man, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment watching this shit. Play it again. Man. Now, what does the scripture say about a drunk woman? No, man. That's horrible. That is horrible. Yeah, man. Hey, that would have been our last night together. You know? Like, bitch, I'm Klay Thompson, bitch. You gonna come out and you can tell he wasn't feeling it. Ciroc 26-8. A drunk woman and they gather abroad cause of great anger. She will not cover her own shame. And that was a perfect example, right? Look at the clothes she got on then. Look how loud she was, you know? She didn't have not one bit of fucking decorum, man. First of all, you came in, you got drunk, right? And then you was loud. You see? That the scripture speaks about also, what's that? Yeah, hold on. I might be mixing up too. How a drunken woman with no, I might be getting them mixed up. But anyways, you know, basically how a woman would do something strange when she get drunk, you know, if you know what I mean. I could be mixing up another scripture, you know. What did I leave off? Let's read that over again. Read the last end of it. And she will not cover her shame, man. All right. When they get drunk like that, you know, women that can't handle alcohol, man. Had no damn decorum. Man. You might as well forget about it, man. You know? We royalty. So we have to walk in that royal wisdom. That's especially if you're an Israelite, you know. You gotta walk in that royal wisdom, man. All right, so all right, this is what I quoted earlier. This is Sirach 9:2. It says, "Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance." You see? So you don't want that kind of woman around you, man. A man of substance. If you got things, got something going for yourself. Meet not with a harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, least thou shall be taken in her attempt. Right? And she is something like a singer. She's a rapper. Almost the same thing, man. You know? And we know what them people in that kind of industry do, you know? Especially if you want to be a famous, you know, singer. God knows what she done. Shit. It says, give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thy inheritance. You see? So following a chick like that or dealing with a chick like that, man, you can get yourself into some shit. Like I was saying earlier, the scriptures teach you that, man. You know? You being a Israelite, you know, you gotta stay away from ghetto gaggers, man. You know, stay away from the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's. At least he be embarrassed like this. Now, hopefully, his father see this video and tell him to, hey man, get away from that chick. But anyways, man, giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Also salutations to all the argument out there that's pushing this truth. And also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. Peace.